Like, and you choke. You have to go down live air.
Welcome, Tasha. Welcome. It is Saturday morning, so it's time for another live edition of the Extra Point. Peel Culture in the house. Brady Bunch style. Tasha T. Sizzle, First Lady of Sports in the house. Bringing up the caboose. Michigan Michael Hasso in the house. Tasha, what team you repping today? You look like a Titan shirt.
That's a lie.
Oh man, I hate Toronto, man.
Show the shorts.
They always beat the Rangers, no matter what. Like they always beat the Rangers.
Tasha, you got the memo though. No, flash down to the shorts real quick. No crazy shot, but show what color are your shorts.
I need to insert coin here.
Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, in case y'all were wondering, she got on a Titan blue shorts.
That is a lie. I just put
tightening all the way up.
First of all, the Blue Jays also have an alternate jersey, which is light blue.
You almost said Titan.
No. I said the Blue Jays have an alternate jersey uniform that is light blue, and they wear red on Canada Day.
That's their older uniforms, too. Those are nice.
Those are nice. Well, it's good to have you two on board today. We got a ton to talk about, so let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, week one of the NFL season had a lot of surprising performances, both good and bad. Mike, you batting lead off this morning. Mike, of all the performances we saw in week one, which performance surprised you the most?
And I'm going to go with my Super Bowl champ that I have, when we did the show. I'm going to go with the Ravens, specifically the Ravens defense. Allowing 22 points in the fourth quarter. Come on. Like, I got to go with the Ravens defense, especially with all the offseason moves, like, what y'all doing?
The Ravens defense collapsing once again. What a shocker. Tasha T. Sizzle, what was most surprising to you about what happened in week one?
What was most surprising was you being right about that Baltimore defense. Mike and I was like, no, the Baltimore defense, and you pretty much told us it ain't happening. But I digress. We gave you your flowers. We don't need to hear no more gum bumping about it. You got it? Okay.
Let me bring this picture down so I can bump them for everybody to see. Ladies and gentlemen,
that skill comes in handy. I'm just okay. No,
Mike, I will not me.
My surprise for week one is actually how good the Jets looked.
Okay.
It just goes to show you when you get a decent coach and you get players to buy into what that coach is saying. Even though they lost, I've not seen Justin Fields look that good since he was playing for the Fuckeyes.
Mike, two quick things, Mike, that I want to point out. One, was that shade when she said that her biggest surprise is that I was right about something? That sounded like shade.
I done forgave you, bro.
That sounded like shade, Mike. And two, Mike, she said what happens when you get good coaching for a quarterback. Is that some shade at Coach Keep a job? Where he came from?
I mean, I took it as that way, but I don't know if that's what she was.
I took it as that way as well.
I mean, no, I didn't mean it that way. I just think when you already, first of all, we already know the offensive line was the issue because even though everybody's talking about Aaron Rodgers had these 4 touchdowns, he still looked like an old ass because he is old. You cannot put a quarterback at that age behind no piss poor ass line. Now, of course, we're always gonna take the W over stats any day. So kudos to him for winning the game. And I tweeted this out. I said Justin Fields and Aaron Rodgers behind that same line is basically the same motherfucker. It's the same person. You cannot expect teams or quarterbacks to produce when you got a terrible line. But it's the fact that it is Aaron Rodgers. As much as I hate him, he's a great quarterback. So he can overcome having that bad offensive line, where a young player who never really had a scheme, who never really got an opportunity, who has never had real good coaching, he doesn't know how to adjust to having that bad line, if that makes sense.
So Coach SpongeBob Shoes is not a good coach. Got it. All right, Mike, we got that on record.
That's a lie. Yeah. I ain't never said Coach Keep a job wasn't no good coach. I just don't think they were buying into Fields because you see they kept trotting Russell Wilson out there. Now they talking about putting Jackson Dart in over him. Like
Russell looked bad. Sunday. He looked bad. He looked really bad Sunday. Good morning, AP Culture. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Farrah. That was a great time last night. A time was had, Farrah.
I stop. I best not find out y'all was together again without me.
She said, I would never want to hurt her. No.
Farrah.
She would never understand.
That's okay, Farrah. I just sent Brandy a first class ticket down here for her birthday. How about that?
Oh, shouts out to Brandy. That was a good time last night, Brandy. I had a ball. But I'm going to digress. Mike, you got a question from the Goon Scout? Where's the cowboy hat, Mike?
Oh, I can go get it, but no,
Okay. All right. Tell me, you got
today.
to coordinate. It was a coordination type thing. Okay.
Yeah, we're saving that for the fair day,
Yeah, we're going to say that for y'all. They trying to make me wear Michigan gear to the fair during the Texas OU game.
What you
I had trepidation about this. I'm going to wear my shirt, but if I get jumped on, I'm putting it on live so y'all can blame these two.
I got
now,
you.
come on. Come on. You got the Nuck and Buck Queen and King right here.
Yo, hey, go back on the timeline and find where Tasha and Mike beat up this Indian guy that was talking about Vince Young in Texas last year.
That's a lie. We did not beat him up. He came.
I was just trying to get some tickets,
Right. And Mike went in on him. And I had Mike's back while you was recording.
I was recording because y'all was cooking. I was so proud of y'all. Y'all wore him out. All right. My biggest surprise from week one, I'm gonna steal Tasha's answer and say it was the combined effort performance of Rodgers and Fields. Combined effort of them both. Mike, Fields and Rodgers combined for over 500 total yards, 7 total touchdowns, and 0 turnovers in the 34-32 extravaganza. They were laying haymakers on the opposing defenses. They looked fantastic. I was surprised that Aaron Rodgers, basically, who they blew the dust off, no OTAs, no training camp, no nothing. He just walks out there in week one in the Meadowlands and just start dropping haymakers, dropping bees, getting rid of the ball quickly. DK Metcalf looked like he has a resurgence of his career. He was running angry after those catches. They got a couple of running backs in the backfield. If the Pittsburgh Steelers can hang 30 on you, Coach Keeper Job might keep his job, Tasha. I mean, you better get on board with A-Rod.
Coach Keeper Job was gonna keep his job anyway. But it goes to show you when you're in a situation where you feel like the gig is up, because we all know DK Metcalf is like he's second to King Henry when you running and knocking somebody the hell over.
That's true.
So I mean, that last season in Seattle, even though he had Geno, which I mean, I don't agree with them getting rid of Geno, but look at what Geno did. He was another surprise.
He was.
Down there with the Raiders last week, had a good game.
He was.
But when you're in a situation overall, sometimes you don't want to give your best effort. But now, he got here. He was like, hey, I got Aaron Rodgers. I got a Hall of Fame quarterback. I got a Hall of Fame coach. I got a Hall of Fame class A1 organization. I'm going to go out here and play hard. But yeah, I mean, they did look good because, I got that game here. So both teams look good. And I'm not slighting Aaron Rodgers because I just don't like him. It's Aaron Rodgers. Come on. It's him.
Mike, if you had to project, which quarterback do you think would be most likely to sustain their week one effort throughout the season, Rodgers or Fields?
I'm going to go with experience. So I'm going to go with Rodgers. Although I do agree that Fields also, I have to go off history. Even when he played college, I mean, there was a lot of defenses that he struggled with. So I'm gonna go with the consistency. I'm gonna go with Rodgers. I do think Tasha's right in that, both of them are succeeding because it's the format and the play style that the teams are playing right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, Metcalf, man. Dude, it's just the mindset that you have. And it could be to Tasha's point, too, that they just didn't buy into him and on the Steelers. And that's what you get. But Rodgers has a Super Bowl win. So that's enough said, type of thing. Like, I'm going to do whatever you tell us to do and kind of get out there. So I'm going to go with Rodgers.
Fields did look good. And to your point, Mike and Farrah, he was 4-2 when they benched him last year. That was one of the big arguments that we had on the show.
Right.
We were like, why are you benching him after a 4-2 start? You know how many teams in the NFL
Yeah.
Could have used his
would
service.
give up something for a 4-2 record after 6 weeks? Like that part, we'll see how it plays out with the Giants. Real quick, what's something that wasn't surprising was San Francisco being on the mass unit. So they're down like 50 players. Tasha, are you worried about your Super Bowl pick?
It's always a hater. Let me go on and just get this on out in the open.
Let's do it.
What he has a problem doing is when his teams are open ass, he don't want to admit it. He still want to work off the hope principle. Y'all know what, like Cedric Entertainer said, he want to work off both of his teams lost in the first week. I specifically said,
what you say?
That our quarterback is out.
Ass.
Our tight end is out. Our wide receiver has not healed from his surgery last year. And CMC is out there running on the thinnest piece of ice that's about to break and cave in at any second. I'm looking at 2 wins because we can't lose to the Saints. If we lose to the Saints with your first pick in the 2026 NFL draft.
Don't you take our pick, because we're about to get to the Titans in just a second. Don't you take our pick. We need to trade that to y'all. Mike, are the 49ers cooked?
Yeah, I've been saying that. I've been saying that in the offseason. You know, to Tasha's point, she didn't see the future, and I was like, all right, you know, like
no, if we still had our cadre of people, don't even do that.
Oh, cadre.
If we were still full force, I'd still be in here gun bumping. But I gotta go on the bow because I
go off of trends, you know, like
we
they had this issue in the playoffs.
Top prospects in the NFC to make it to the NFC Championship.
They had this problem in the playoffs against the Eagles when they had to play 4th-string quarterback because of injuries. So it's like they have I don't know what they put in the water over there, but
we're not going to even get there this year. So there's no premise of me saying, "Oh, we're going to make it." We're not going to be there.
You sure not going to get there?
I mean, look who our quarterback. Look who we starting Sunday. Look who we starting Sunday. Let's go back.
Mike Jones might get it done, but let
me go back. Remember when everybody had these conspiracy theories that we was giving up the ranch to go get Mac Jones, and then we ended up taking Trey Lance?
Mm-hmm. And I'll let you slide for that with all your Jerry slander. I'll let that slide.
All I'm saying is, if we beat the Saints, that's our 2 victories for the year.
Mike, now Tasha has been on record of saying that anything that's in the chat is subject to be brought out to the show. Did she not say that last week?
Yes.
With that being the backdrop, Mike, I want to know if Tasha is willing to express her feelings towards one Gerald James Jones on wax. You want to say that on wax?
Again, you act like I have an issue when it comes to giving credit or taking away credit. I said 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the whole Micah shit that Jerry was a smart man, that he was a businessman, and who am I to tell a businessman how to run his business? But like Mike was saying, he didn't want to pay Micah, the $40 million, and then because my issue was, out of all the pass rush, you want to go get Jadeveon Clowney, but you sit up here talking about, oh, Micah was terrible. Ain't Jadeveon Clowney terrible too?
He is terrible, but he's good and terrible. He's good and terrible. But that's not it, though, Mike.
But my point was, what was I giving Jerry credit for?
Mike, Mike, she's usurping the word that we want to hear. There was a word that starts with an A and ends with a Y.
I did. I said I have to apologize to Jerry.
There it is.
More.
Okay. I just want to say good morning, Melanie, and you just in time to hear Tasha apologize to Gerald James
But
Jones.
what was it for?
For being slanderous and for being wrong about him.
His back issues came out. But he did have a good game. I mean,
we're gonna talk about Green Bay. Micah looks like the world beater that he was at Dallas.
Exquisite.
Like
He looks exquisite.
You and these words.
Oh, I know what it was. I remember now, Mike. Thank you. When you said the back injury, it was like paying. I see why he didn't want to pay somebody and they could possibly get injured because we paid Brock Purdy and now his ass in there with an IV bag.
Right. Thank you. There she is. There you go, Shamika. We missed you. Just in time to hear Tasha apologize to Gerald James Jones for all of her slanderous takes over the summer when She now sees that when you pay these old ass players for stuff they did years ago,
Micah
if
ain't
you
old.
wind up in this predicament with them being old and broken down. Half the team got the check engine light on, and the other half is already at minus. So,
but that's apropos for any team. Like it always happens whenever you pay these superstars or these these top-notch players. Why does it seem like they always get hurt? So I said, okay, I see why Jerry was like, now you pay him the money and then they don't play. But I also thought Jerry would have ran him over with his Mercedes if he just saw him out.
I do agree with that. Now, Tasha, in all fairness, and Mike, I'm going to be totally transparent with you right now. I threw that in there off script because I'm about to talk bad about my team. So I just wanted somebody to join me because your team look like they're going to win the damn Super Bowl again. We're going to talk about your team here in just a few minutes. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Micah could have been patient and got his bank. Right.
I mean, he had a whole other year. I mean, Emmett played through his first contract.
Right.
And when he held out again, he wasn't under contract. So he just wanted a new contract.
And hey, to you, I've been seeing you drop some pictures. You've been out in them streets, not in a bad way, fellas. She ain't for the streets. She was in the streets because it's football season. Back off, my cousin. All right. Y'all. All right. So Cam Ward, y'all, made his NFL debut. Number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward, quarterback from Miami, made his pro debut last Sunday afternoon in Mile High Stadium as Tennessee Titans took on the Denver Broncos. And Tasha, Mike, I'm going to need y'all to give me a second. Tighten up. Ugh. Y'all, I am so thankful that there's no transfer portal in the NFL.
It is. It's called free agents.
Yeah, but I mean, Micah just showed that. What are you talking about?
We got 5 years. What we witnessed on Sunday afternoon from 3:05 to 6:35 p.m. Central Time was a complete miscarriage of justice for one Cameron Ward. His mama said, call him Cameron. Let me just explain what happened. So Cam Ward goes to the worst team in the league last year. He goes out there against the number 1 defense in the league, anchored by the reigning defensive player of the year. The Titans were the biggest underdog of the weekend. Horrible team, horrible O-line, horrible players on the road against a team that many people have winning their division and maybe even pushing for a championship game appearance. Cam Ward stood in the pocket, made the throws, made the reads, didn't turn the ball over. But Mike, let me go down this list. And Farrah, you stay out of this because I have to sit there and watch a Broncos fan watch me crash out in real time.
Yeah, okay. ain't no Bronco like no. We'll get to you here a little bit.
Look like open ass.
See you a little bit.
So, Mike, Tasha, let me read these off because I want to make sure I don't miss any of these. All right, 8 drop passes. Tony Pollard, the star running back, fumbled on a drive that was leading to a score in a 1-score game that they lost. By the way, this is all in a 1-score game
twice?
that they lost. Mike.
Oh, I see. I
13 penalties for 131 yards. Do y'all know the offense had 133 yards? You gave it all back in penalty. Head coach Brian Callahan not knowing that an elbow inbounds equals 2 feet. He didn't challenge a catch on 3rd and 20 that we converted. The guy got his elbow in. He didn't challenge it. And then in the post-game press conference, he said, we didn't challenge it because you need a foot and an elbow in. Those reporters said, do what now? You need a what now? Bro, Mike, you saw how mad I was about that. Then he had to come back the next morning and apologize that he got the rule wrong. We're talking about failing a young quarterback. I ain't done. Lack of situational awareness. Farrah, do you remember? No, Mike, this ain't funny. And where did Tony Pollard get shipped to from? Ain't Buster great. Don't do this right now, Shamika. Shamika. Mike. The Tennessee Titans had a 6-3 lead with 47 seconds left to go in the half. Denver gets the ball in the start the third quarter. You force a punt. You're starting on your own 5-yard line. Just give me a second, y'all. Then I'm going to shut the up. I swear. But y'all, I ain't got to talk about this with nobody all week. Mike, Denver had 2 timeouts. We can take a 6-3 lead into the half and feel good about ourselves. What did Brian Callahan call? 3 pass plays. Incompletion, a sack that almost was a safety if he didn't pull the ball over the goal line, and then another play. 9 seconds off the clock. You kick the ball back to Denver. Denver marches down and scores a touch. Cameron Ward played well enough to get you a franchise-altering, like that was his moment to go into Denver and steal a game. Week 1, Cam Ward, he was supposed to be the biggest surprise of week 1. That's what this whole thing was about. But no, it was organizational failure. What the y'all laughing at?
Not the script throw.
Y'all laughing at? Bro, I'm Cam Ward's daddy hanging over the rail like this. Farrah, was that not me, Farrah? Farrah, went 8 drop pass 8.
You was that Alabama fan in Doak Campbell when they put the camera on him.
Yes, I was me. And then I have to watch it with not only a Broncos fan, but her co-host from our take, T-Dub Torrance, who's Pittsburgh Steelers won, so he's sitting there peacocking like, well, our team won. Damn, sucks to be you, Paul. It does.
I mean, look, I just want to know why they didn't come down on. Well, I guess they're trying to say CD and Calvin really maybe are not in the same realm, but Calvin really is that dude. I was kind of surprised at his performance. Like, it's like y'all got to give him. Y'all got to look. You got the young boy out there. Mistakes were made all the way around. But I can't put that all on Cam. It was
none of it is on Cam. That's my point.
Cam played good. Pollard had 2 fumbles, drop passes from Ridley. We actually, I think the rookies.
Farrah,
Farrah, you know, had I been there.
Farrah, Shamika, don't you start. And Shamika, you talking about did your socks help the Titans? I saw that. I was hurt. I didn't want to respond. I was hurt. Torrance said, leave me out of this.
I was posting them socks sitting up with his ankle all crossed up like this with that big Titan sock on there.
Wayne, he should have been fired after that shit last week. AP Culture, where are you at? The defense forced 4 turnovers.
Yeah, that defense played great.
Clanger. Jeffrey Simmons was looking like
Clanger.
Yes.
That's why I said y'all gonna lose Jeffrey Simmons because him and his agent
come to the Eagles.
He ain't gonna keep staying there losing.
Farrah, don't you start nothing and it won't be nothing. You are a nervous wreck after that muff punt, y'all. A muff punt. This is my last rant, and then we're gonna move on with the show. A muff punt, Mike, in the 4th quarter. We're down 2. Okay, we're in field goal range. What do? Get sacked. We lose 27 yards on 2 sacks out of field goal range. We punt the ball away. They get a 50-yard run, and now they flip the.
Sound like somebody need to pick better teams.
Use a damn lie. This is my team. Look, y'all. You did. She did feed me, y'all. I had.
And I know it was delicious
for the first time in my life. And last night the ribs. Will you tell Tiffany?
Mm-hmm. Ribs were good, Tasha.
Will you tell Tiffany I said that macaroni and cheese? Tell your girl Tiffany I said that mac and cheese. I like Tiffany. She's nice. Cam must also get a little touch on. That's true. Mike, Tasha, he was zipping it, but he was trying to fit in the tight window.
Doesn't go on Cam.
He had to.
He said, I just had a question. You know them damn socks didn't work. Socks didn't. Y'all, the line wasn't even that bad. The defensive line was great, but the line wasn't that bad. It was the skill play. 8 drops.
Bro,
almost put my microwave on. I had Farrah on the ropes, Mike.
I rewatched that game, Paul, because I told you, and that offensive line was bad.
Look, we knew this. See, this is what infuriates me, and I swear I'm getting out of this, but now y'all making me mad in the comments. Tasha team won. Mike team won. Fair team won. Torrance team won. Michigan lost the Saturday night. My Cowboys lost on Thursday night. Mike beat my fantasy team, and then now all I had left was the Titans. The Titans are look. I swear I'm done after this, Tasha. Everybody in their grandmammy knew that the Titans was going to lose that game. All right, I went into that game with no expectations of winning. Like, how can we be mad at the team for losing? Because they lost in the fashion that they lost in. Did y'all see what I just read?
Yeah.
Mike, let's get out of this. Man, they got on my
Okay.
nerve.
If you didn't have that hat on, I know I see
in
the
them.
pain in the
Martrice
side of
don't
your
keep saying
forehead.
nothing slick. I approve the crash out because why? Thank you, Martrice. Y'all don't come in here starting Titans will win tomorrow. ... Maybe don't start that. Don't start that. Right. You're gonna dangle.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we fondling and hugging and kissing all night, and then you do me like this. So what you about to do as you get up to call my Uber? What, Mike? What we be saying? So what you about to do?
Yeah.
You just gonna send me home? The Titans let me get to third base and sent me home, y'all. I would have been fine with a 35-0 game. Because I'm like, okay, it's week 1. We got a tough that losing like y'all.
I'm just saying.
Are you flirting, Uncle Paul? I'm just saying that Tiffany is smart, funny, talented, a great cook, and her macaroni and cheese. I'm always gonna judge you by the mac and cheese. It's delicious. She smelled good on the hug. I don't know what she had on. It wasn't Japanese blossom, but the hug smelled good. I'm just saying, calm down. It's a rebuild. I don't want to hear that, Torrance.
Awesome.
Mama said there would be days like this. Get me out of this mic. Week 2. Week 2. Week 2. That's always. Thank you. Week 2. Where did digress? All right.
Yeah, what are we talking about? The Green Bay Packers?
Green Bay made history on Thursday night. Tasha, Green Bay made history on Thursday night. And really, Tasha, I'm going to come to you first. Because you used the word contender. Me and Mike laughed at you. I know I gave you the eyeball emoji and I started laughing. So Green Bay on Thursday night, after I laughed at her contender comment, they became the first team in NFL history to win 2 games in 5 days over teams that made the playoffs a year ago. Not only did they beat 2 teams that made the playoffs a year ago, they beat 2 top 5 offenses and shut them both down. Detroit last Sunday and Washington on Thursday. 2 top 5 offenses in the league couldn't get no smoke. They gave up 9 points in the first 3 quarters combined in those 2 games. Michael Parsons looked like he was playing on fast forward Thursday. Did you see him coming off that edge, Tasha? So my question to you is it time to plan the parade in Titletown or is it time to pump the brakes?
I mean, I'm not going to plan the parade as of yet. But remember when we were picking our teams, I was vacillating between them and the Lions. I eventually went with the Lions, but I didn't think about the fact that they don't have their OC or their DC anymore because one is in Chicago and the other one is in New Jersey, New York.
Yeah.
But I thought Love would have a few issues because of the hand, but I mean, I was confident in Malik Willis coming in because he was undefeated when he came in and relief of him for those few games. Look, Green Bay looking real good. It's week 2. What week are we in? It's week 1.
Week 2. That was the first game of week 2.
It's a long season. Their issue is durability when it comes to their quarterback.
Let's say, and for the purposes of these discussions today, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, when I'm asking them these questions, it's provided that health is not an issue, just from what we see on the field, because that's always going to be a caveat. You can always say, well, Tasha, they didn't do such and such. Well, hell, if Jordan Love goes, if anybody's starting quarterback go down, they're pretty much cooked. So,
but if you're going off of what we're seeing, they look like the best team in the NFC now.
They do. Mike, do you agree?
I don't think the best team. Now I'm gonna go to the contenders. I usually have like 4 from each side, 4 teams that are contenders, NFC Championship game type thing. The Rams are in there. They look super strong. I had Washington in there. I had Detroit just to see like, okay, well, they still have the players in there. Let's see what they could do. And then of course Philly. Now Green Bay was always outside looking in because they could in the playoffs. They couldn't really stop and produce consistently with their offense. Now, I will say that they did a really good job doubling down on the defense. And if you beat Detroit and you beat Washington, that's 2 of the teams right there. So you automatically, in my mind, take their spot. So yeah, I put them as a contender for sure.
Dang, Tasha gave me flowers to start the show. I'm finna give her flowers now. She said that before Micah even put on the jersey. She said that while the trade was still being consummated. So, I laughed at that. I was like, Green Bay? Nah, man. Detroit, you got Minnesota, you got Philly, you got 49ers. I was looking at their schedule at the time before everybody started dropping dead. So like I was like, okay, their schedule in the NFC South, that should be 4 wins. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna do what they do in the NFC. So I was I like what I saw there. Now I'm hoping that we all like what we see in the game of the week this weekend. Mike, we come to you first because it's your boys. It's a Super Bowl rematch, the Eagles versus the Chiefs. Mike, let's start with you. Is this a must-win game for the 0-1 Chiefs?
No, absolutely not. I mean, they still like you said, they're still the Chiefs. Like, they literally can lose, 2, 3, 4 games, get in the playoffs, and do what they do. So, no, this isn't a must-win.
Do you agree with Mike, Tasha? It's not a must-win.
I mean, it's a must-win if they want people to stop talking about how ass they are and how they don't look good, and whether or not they're going to win the AFC if the road still runs through Kansas City. It's a must-win.
That's where I'm at with it. It's not just going 0-2 because we saw Baltimore go 0-2 last year, and then they took it all the way to the house. My thing is, it's the way that the Chargers pushed them around in Brazil. The injury situation with Rasheed Rice out, right, and Worthy out because his tight end took him out. Like Jalen Carter, which we're going to talk about here in just a second, he's back. The offensive line didn't look that great against the Chargers, and the Philly is way more formidable. I'm just like, to Tasha's point, the refs help them. They can't win if the refs don't do this or that. Like, that's going to intensify if you get smoked again by Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Where you at, Justin? I mean, good morning,
in the
Justin.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
where you at?
Right, you know I'm popping in here to troll, Justin. We ain't heard from you.
We ain't seen that profile pic in a while. Just seeing what you doing. What are you doing?
Oh, mama, with the early pick 5. The early pick 5. Look at Mike smiling. Don't get that cheese off your face, Mike.
I'm just saying, like when the Eagles beat him in the Super Bowl, I said they wrote the script on how to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs will never be the same after this.
Damn, Mike.
And also, Mike, like I kept telling people, they did not get all those BS calls that they have been getting for the last 2 to 3 seasons either.
Yeah, the refs were literally like, "No, I'm gonna let y'all play now."
They didn't get the benefit of those cheap calls.
They did get some really Buffalo Bills on line 1.
Yeah, the Bengals on line 2.
Yes, yes, like really, they can have a switchboard. To Tasha's point, if you want to go back to the regular season games, we just talking about.
Hey, Sarah, get me. That's not Andy Griffin.
Tasha, we saw that Jalen Carter got time served for spitting on another man on the football field on national TV. Put that cup down. Put your pinky in.
Oh, my bad.
I can't stand them today. I hate when my team lose and everybody else's team win, and I got to do a show with them. I am not in a good mood. Tasha, did Jalen Carter get off easy?
I mean, now that when I heard the report that they did take his game check, that was, like Mike said, that's technically was his game because they took his game check. Because if he would have gotten suspended, they would have did the same thing. I mean, they would have given another game. So basically, if they would have suspended him longer, you would have been saying that's a 2 to 3 game. But I just, in my opinion, I think spitting should be a longer than 1 game because spitting is nasty. It's not just the disrespect. Spitting is just your germs. It's hepatitis. It's anything else that's in your body than you spit. Even though it landed on Dak's throat, can you imagine had that went through?
Right, and we won't relitigate that. Mike, I believe you and Wayne said time served last week. Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
Y'all called it time served last week. Okay.
I mean, because technically he did not play a game. You know, he suited up.
He didn't play a snap.
It was right off the kickoff, and it was, hey.
And also the AFC fan in me does not want both of you all's point, does not want Kansas City to get another stimulus package, whether it be from the ref, the front office, the league office, whatever. Like let Jalen Carter get out there and beat them straight up. If you're gonna beat them straight up. So I don't have a huge problem with that. Mike, is Patrick Mahomes still the best quarterback in the NFL?
Man, I no. I'm gonna say no.
Who is?
I think Burrow is even better than Mahomes. I think Burrow, and kind of like back to like my quote GOAT status, like the LeBron and Jordan type of thing. This is similar. I think Burrow, if you put him on a different team, can produce. Like, he can make the team. I don't think Mahomes can do what he's doing on a different coaching staff or with a different coaching staff. I think Andy Reid is the quarterback whisperer, and he's like, no, you're going to run this play. And he does it, and it's successful. No. So I say no.
I agree with you, Shamika. That was assault. Tasha, do you agree with Mike? Is Patrick Mahomes not the best quarterback in the NFL anymore?
You got too many other people out there who are playing better than him now. Like, you got Josh Allen, and I'm going to always say Lamar.
That's where I would go first because of the mobility of his legs.
Right. Then you got Lamar. Like even with Burrow, Burrow had a defense. Like I just think there are quarterbacks that are better than him now.
Okay. That's fair enough because like there's fantasy stats and then there's what your eyeballs tell you. And I don't really much judge him on the fantasy stats as much because his stats have gone down, but he's lost a lot of weapons. But when you look at that Sunday night game between Baltimore and Lamar Jackson, it looked like you saw the best two quarterbacks in the NFL. That's what my eyes told me. I saw the two best quarterbacks in the NFL that can beat you in a plethora of ways. I'm on the fence with that. I want to see how they look against Philly on Sunday, and we may revisit that. Kenny, rewind this when it's over with. Watch my rant on the Titans. Go ahead.
But you know what's funny? Remember when it was the NFC was the king and the AFC was the little brother? It's almost like the NBA now.
Yeah.
How the West is better than the East.
Flip-flops, yeah.
And now the AFC, like we're talking more about the AFC.
Yeah. That's what it. You know what though? What you saying that maybe it's because it might. Let me know if you agree with this. Could it be because the NFC was dominant so long that the AFC kept getting all those top picks and getting those top quarterbacks? Now, well, you know what? Allen and Jackson were not top 10 picks. So,
but that's the reason why. Like when people ask me why I don't like the Titans, that's the main reason because I'm an NFC girl. I didn't want an AFC team. I wanted us to get an NFC team.
Yeah, and I don't like the Titans right now because of the way they're doing their quarterbacks now. Shamika says it's Josh MF and Allen. I love his game right now. Maybe because he's on my fantasy.
Y'all remember when Josh Allen first came out? We thought he was ass till they started putting some pieces around him.
But it wasn't an organizational failure with him.
Right.
So like Hurts. No, Shamika. Mike, you the Eagles fan?
I'm gonna plead the fifth. See, I already know this. I plead the fifth.
The first two games that I've seen so far, Hurts is better than Mahomes so far.
That's where I was going with this. Like, who do you trust more in this game tomorrow afternoon? Hurts or Mahomes? Hurts is that dude right now.
Mahomes is top 10, not 1 through 8.
Yeah, that's right. As much as I hate to say it, I'm in my feelings today, y'all. Help me talk through this. That's all I love, y'all, because y'all helping me get all this hate out my heart. Because Tasha be like, get that hate up out your heart. It's y'all are helping me heal for this ass whooping we're gonna get from the Rams on Sunday morning. The Rams gonna whoop my ass, y'all. We don't have no team.
Man, right, that's a defense too.
Mahomes is still better than Jackson and Allen. They can't beat him. Torrance.
TT, that's a lie.
¿Qué?
We talking about now. We ain't talking about. No.
No sabes.
Hey, make sure y'all check out our take right after this show today. Daniels will be in 2 years. Oh, that's your fantasy quarterback, Farrah. We know how you. Allen is
sophomore something. He better learn this year.
Melanie Taylor says, Tasha just picked up Mama. She says hi.
Hi, Miss Nooney.
I guess you know. Welcome back. Now we're gonna make this pick here in just a second. Let's go to college football where we got a game, ladies and gentlemen. We got a game. Good old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee is hosting the Georgia Bulldogs. Got some stats for you. Josh Heupel, UT coach, is 0-4 against Georgia. Kirby Smart has never lost to the Vols.
Never lost.
8-game winning streak.
Let's pick up a conversation we were having off wax. We were talking about Joey Aguilar, the new quarterback for UT that came from Appalachian State. Alva will forever hate that school, but we're not going to get into why. He's been playing good. The quarterback that they left him, Nico Iamaleava, is playing terribly in UCLA. Is this the game where they can finally say Nanny Boo Boo, Tasha?
I told you they said Nanny Boo Boo when he was out there playing in front of 50 people out there in Pasadena. That was the Nanny. You left playing in front of 102,000
religiously. Never under 102.
Win or lose, Leland Stadium gonna be a rocking.
A rocking, yes.
Like I told you guys, I was there. I forgot who UT was playing when the Fuckeyes lost, and that put UT in the number 1 position. I forgot who but I was at that game, and when they announced that the Fuckeyes had lost, I thought it was an earthquake.
Yes,
they were cheering, like you know how they at the top they got the V-O and L-S. I'm looking up. I said that shit's finna fall. Like that's how hard that stadium was.
Was it Checkerboard Stadium? Checkerboard Stadium?
No, it was the on the one side how they have the VOLS on the side.
Yeah.
And like when it started, I mean, it literally started shaking, and that's the first thing I said, oh my God, I said this shit finna fall in. Like you left that to go get some bad money. I mean, maybe you think that's all the money you was gonna get out your career. I ain't mad at you for chasing your bag.
But you didn't get a raise though. You didn't get a raise to play in front of 50 people.
If you want to go home, you should have just said that.
Like, I always know where home is. I'm gonna see my mama Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's what planes are for. Hell, you got NIL, you can't travel. Mike, let me bring this down real quick because y'all see the helmets. Because I want to see the whites of Mike's eyes real quick. Mike, is Georgia still Georgia?
What you mean? Which Georgia are we talking about?
Dominant program to be feared.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. I mean, to your point, we've given Alabama, even post Saban, we gave them a whole year, and some games.
Mike, so let's be real. Me and Tasha gave them a whole year. You was off that train after we beat them in the Rose Bowl.
I try to talk as a collective college community,
Hey, since we're giving out flowers, you did say they was about to go down.
And now, people are like, oh no, Alabama ain't the Alabama no more.
They're not.
Georgia, I think you still got to give the same thing. And still you start losing to teams that you used to beat and dominate, then that's still what they have. Yeah.
Georgia's still Georgia, Tasha. They curl don't look like it quite.
You got to say it. You got to say
that's what I'm saying.
That defense still flying.
They don't look right, Mike.
It just don't feel like Georgia.
It don't feel like Georgia. It don't.
It feels like Georgia.
Okay, I see what we did there. Okay,
that was excellent.
It's more like NASCAR Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it don't feel like Georgia. It feel like they spelling dogs with a G instead of a W this time.
Instead of a W, y'all are cooking right now. This is totally off the hip too. Y'all are cooking
ain't no
right
dogs
now.
No more.
What are they dogs no more? They're not Jefferson Pilot. Remember Nashville? The games on Jefferson Pilot. Dogs. They don't look like dogs. And good morning, Miss Hastings. Glad to have you on board. We love you.
It's like Georgia.
Georgia. Go ahead, Mike.
Georgia's like if they came in, it's more like, okay, y'all might beat us, but you ain't gonna punk us no more. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all remember the Orange Bowl in Miami, CFP? What they did to Michigan, then what they followed up and did like the next year to TCU or the TCU after that. They don't look like that Georgia no more. Is it Carson Beck? Is it this quarterback? What is it? What's my eyes telling me, or are my eyes lying to me?
I mean, I think they were coaching to Carson Beck, and this is no slight to Carson Beck, even though I just don't think he's good. They were coaching to him, but then when he got injured, I don't think he recovered. And so then you had to rush the new guy in, without really. I mean, you knew what he was. You recruit him, but you really don't know until they're out there playing. But I think they're trying to figure out what's going on with their quarterback and what his real skills are.
I agree with that, and that's the Georgia that put the hands on Michigan down in Miami. The Georgia. Let's go ahead and get into our pick 5. Producer Mike, where you at?
Right here.
Bro, There we go. There we go. All right. 2, 4, 6,
Damn.
8. Who do we appreciate?
I need to start putting some thought into my picks. I'm just out here. I'm out here YOLOing.
Look, you on ABOBOA in the last
You're like,
place.
ooh.
I may have to. I may have to switch teams.
Look, it's time for you to start picking some wides.
Whites on that. Whites on that.
It's time for you to start eating some whites only pies.
How much if I turn ninja pies into some white only pies?
Hey, they can coach and play too, Tasha. Hell, look. When it comes to these picks, I'm trying to beat Mike. I want the championship belt this
How
year.
about I turn y'all into some ninja pies?
You said 35 miles.
20, 30 miles down the road.
Mike, see, so y'all, hold on. Let me bring this down real quick. See, Mike says he follows trends. And I'm going to put some on Front Street right here, right now. Mike said he follow trends. Mike know if he need a game or two, he can bait me and Tasha into some of these games. Because I'm like, oh, that's King Henry. Baltimore, they lose. I'm like, oh, that's the Cowboys that lose.
You're the one that picked the Bills. You talking about?
No. Mike can bait us into those. So so I'm not doing that this year, Mike. I'm not doing my ABOC always bet on the Cowboys. Not this year. Not this year. I want to win.
That's true. You did pick the Eagles. So.
I did pick the Eagles, right? And I picked the Bills, even though King Henry is my boy.
Right.
So, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying something different this year. So let's start with the college game of the week. Vols, Georgia. Tasha, ladies are first. Who you rolling with?
Rocky Top.
Mike, I'm gonna let you go last on this because Tasha, I need you to help me on this. Good old Rocky Top.
Woo!
Rocky Top, Tennessee. 2 for the Vols. Mike, where you at?
I got Georgia.
See, look at him. Look at him. I knew I was gonna get him with the Rocky Top. I knew it.
Man, it's the biggest game of the weekend. Like, of course I gotta have it on there.
You know he's like, man, Paul gonna go Rocky Top. I am. I'm rooting hard for us.
Tennessee is trending up where I think Georgia is here. So
plateauing is the word.
Yeah.
Because you don't know
right.
if Tennessee trending up is gonna eclipse Georgia. This is kind of, you know.
I mean,
I
hope I'm
wrong. Got something for Mike though. Mike, this is hot off the press. Let me read this. The last time that the University of Tennessee was on game day, they broke a 15-game losing streak to Alabama. They still ain't found them goalposts. All right.
They down in the Tennessee River.
You saw paint like this. I'm smoking on a Bama pack.
It's a yeah. I'm waiting for my cousin to come down after the job. My boy be down here late on.
The spirit. I'm gonna do the mic. The spirit of game day is gonna bring us down. Everybody do the mic. Do the Michigan mic. All right. We got it. All right. Next up, let's go. Let's get right to it. TAMU, not FAMU in the chat. All right. TAMU, Texas A&M University versus Notre Dame, their only ranked opponent for the rest of the year. Mike, you up first.
I got Notre Dame. I'm
going with the Catholics too.
Yeah, I think Texas A&M has an off year this year.
Okay, all right, Tasha.
I mean, I want TAMU to win simply because of the quarterback. I'm friends with his father, and he is playing better than he did last year. But I think Notre Dame has a better team, especially if they can get Love more involved in this game.
You have got to get Love more involved in this game, or TAMU can walk you down. For some reason, it doesn't always click for them, to Mike's point, but they always have top-tier talent. They're spending some bread down there at Texas A&M. All right, next up, Philadelphia versus Kansas City. I'll go first. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Man.
Tasha, you flying Eagles fly? You know what? I need to fly with them again this week. Let me change mine to the Eagles.
What?
No, I need that game. I'm going my home.
You always be changing after us, man.
That is foul. That's foul. I changed it 3 times. Chat, y'all chime in. Can I keep my Kansas City pick? I mean, can I change the Eagles because I heard their pick, or do I have to keep Kansas City? Y'all vote in the chat because that was kind of foul. I waited for y'all's answer, then I answered. But y'all done got in my head with these losses. I'm gonna stick with my Chiefs. Next up, Tampa Bay versus H-Town, Houston. The Bucks versus the Texans on Monday Night Football. I'll go first this time since I did y'all like that. I'm going with Tampa Bay.
Where they playing at Houston?
In H-Town.
Somebody knocking the boots.
I like what you did there. Y'all youngsters, Google that. Mike?
I got Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Y'all, not Justin Fields. What's his name? CJ Stroud's running for his damn life. I'm running for my life.
Robert.
Mike, did you see the Rams blowing through them last week?
Yeah.
Houston is done so. That's why another reason why I'm so hurt the Titans lost. Like that division is up for grabs.
I mean, and then the thing
is,
you sent your quote unquote best offensive lineman to the Commanders, and who was causing y'all all kind of issues last year, and it's still like y'all didn't try to alleviate that.
Tasha, your word game has been elite today.
Laramie Tunsil over in DC, where it's legal, smoking his bong and calling it a day.
Laramie Tunsil, like he was your only saving grace on that offensive line. Like,
even though he kept false starting 3 and 4 times a game. A game, not a season, a game.
I love talking football.
Not a season. Not a season.
Right. Now she's like, not a season.
Game.
Not a season.
A game. We
Mike,
talking about
are you there? Last but not least, in the Mike trap game, I'm gonna call these trap games. When he throw Harbaugh out there, because he know me and Tasha say Beretta did it. So we know he almost got us sanctioned. So we're going with the Fighting Berettas on Monday night versus the Las Vegas 1-0 Raiders. The Fighting Genos, Tasha. Are you believing in Geno and Ashton?
Man, yeah, man.
Hey, Brock Bowers is a monster.
I just think the wheels are eventually gonna fall off of that Harbaugh train, and he gonna start sitting over there pushing them glasses up like
he
this.
He does squint, don't he?
It's Justin Herbert. I mean, I know we pile on him. He really hadn't been that great. He did look good, but yeah.
We're gonna leave that there so Mike can jump in on that SEC. I'm gonna just let that simmer there, Mike, because that's for you to close the show in Michigan Mike style, because you've been waiting on somebody to tee this up for you. So, Tasha, you going with Raiders?
The Raiders.
It's in Vegas. I like what I saw out of the Raiders on Sunday, but the Chargers, man, I'm gonna have to go with the Chargers. Tasha, you know that game starts at like 11 p.m. your time Monday night.
Yeah, I won't see it till in the morning.
I won't see but the first quarter.
It's 10 o'clock here.
Yeah, I might give you a drive. How about that?
Hey, that's spoken like a man that got a job and an infant in the house. Like he ain't gonna be up.
I ain't got neither, but I ain't got it, boss. I ain't got it,
boss. All right, we're gonna get the Phillies Karen.
Even tonight, when am I gonna take a nap? It's 3 top games that are coming on today, and the fight comes on tonight. By the time Florida and
Canelo,
LSU
shout out.
When am I gonna get a nap?
Canelo about to rock that dude jaw, by the way. Like Saturday is a nap day. Ain't no, because Sunday ain't no nap day during NFL. I need all 13 hours.
I ain't got no time to take no nap today. I don't even drink Red Bull.
I got the Chargers, by the way.
Go and get me one.
You got who, by the way?
I got the Chargers.
The Chargers.
I didn't say it.
Mike, everybody in the chat knew you had the fighting Harbaugh. You got on khakis now under the desk. All right.
Tasha, did you pick TAMU or Notre Dame? I didn't get that one.
Notre Dame. Thank you, Mike, because I got sidetracked. Mike, give us your locks for the week. Where you at? We need some money, bro.
Where am I at?
Where they at?
Let's see. I got Clemson. They're favored by 3 against Georgia Tech. I think that's a little low, so I'm thinking Clemson.
Clemson got like 2 or 3 extra players.
Was Georgia
These
Tech.
are Mike's locks, Tasha. Yeah. Place your money.
I think they beat them by at least a touchdown. And then Cincinnati is only favored by 3.5 against the Jags. And I think Cincinnati gets it done.
Cincinnati. Okay. All right. We got our locks locked in. Mike, I want to jump back into something real quick that Torrance said and let you kind of go from there. He says, the answer is no. Georgia, Bama, Florida, no one is afraid of them anymore. Can you make this statement about the SEC in general?
Man, first of all, okay, I gave you Georgia because that's what we talked about already. Like, no one's really beat them up like that yet. But Bama, bruh, they just got manhandled. What are you talking about?
No, he's saying no one is afraid of them anymore.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree.
Look at Mike. Mike, you always ready to fight about the SEC. He's agreeing with you.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree.
Torrance can bump his gum because he part of the Cock Nation.
That's what he says on his show.
Yeah,
So I'm
I
just saying,
totally
like, you
agree.
got a brother in arms right here. He said ain't nobody scared of the
Yeah.
SEC no more.
I mean, kind of like what Saban was saying, like they try to say that, oh, because NIL came in, that it kind of evens out everything. And Big Ten has money. Like if it comes to
They
the money
do.
game, I mean, so
Ask
does
LSU how much
SEC.
money the Big Ten got.
Right.
I mean, but he's not saying the SEC as a whole. He's talking about them.
He right here. He can answer for himself.
I mean,
Speak up, Torrance. Is the SEC broke?
they're talking about his quarterback possibly being in the run for the Heisman now. Because Sellers is putting up the numbers now.
Well, I hope he has a great year.
Now, if you say, okay, give me the third best team in the Big Ten, let's say Oregon versus Georgia, I'm gonna take Oregon.
Right now, I would take Oregon too. No, I ain't taking Dan Lanning over nobody.
I ain't buying none of them wolf tickets Oregon is selling.
Me neither.
All they
Oregon
are
and Penn State, neither one of them.
It's gonna happen. So
Nike uniform.
We're talking about it now.
No, Mike, and you have a chance to toot your horn. And we saw your 12-team playoff format, and I think you had Oregon in there, Penn State in there, Georgia in there. So like they may all get a chance to. Mike said, "I do got it right here." Mike said,
let me show you something.
Let me show you something. So he has Georgia, he has Penn State, he has.
I have Alabama up there. Like,
yeah, he's got.
The only thing I would switch is maybe Texas Tech instead of Kansas State.
And so I'm gonna need you to get Liberty
I've got South Florida instead of Kansas State.
This is before week one, just so everyone knows.
Right. But I'm just saying that he has it to where there could be a scenario where this plays out in real time.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Mama. Yes, he did.
See, what had happened was.
See, Mama, you can invite him from the picnic, and he don't even put raisins in his potato salad. But just
he sure don't. And they macaroni and cheese was cheesy last Saturday. Since all my people showing me so much love and feeding me, making my back big. The wings and the homemade cookies. God bless you, Stacy.
Hey, that mac and cheese was healthy, by the way. It's extra
the mac
protein.
and cheese, the wing stop, the homemade cookies, and my adorable goddaughter asked me if I got bit by a mosquito. She just loves on me.
We're not gonna go into what we said in the chat.
Hey, she didn't point to my mouth. It wasn't like I had a bump on my lip. And
all she saw was bumps,
bump,
and her in Mexico.
She's like, I don't know. No, she is adorable. I love spending time with her. Now, y'all, I got a question to close the show. And we're gonna do this quickly, but y'all saw Phillies Karen go hamburger helper on this young man because she wanted the baseball that his son was holding. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I ask this question, this guy got his fist balled up. Does he not, Mike, Tasha?
Yeah, but it's not like I'm gonna fight you. Yeah, it's more like a
damn.
You know,
I think it's more of a damn bitch. I think
it's like a damsel in distress type of thing.
Mike, do that one more time. That's so disrespectful, Mike. That is so disrespectful. I hope he's watching. But
he'll do the same thing.
See, Mama's like that, Cal. But see, look, Mama, you finna be mad at me. This is what I was alluding to, Mike. What you just did right there. If I'm Mrs. Philly's fist, how you come home without my son's ball? How you let this lady take the ball? Now, let me ask y'all this real quick. Now, my mama called her a cow. We have seen a growing number of disdain. And I think we have another incident, Tasha. You're a big tennis fan, where at the tennis match, the guy snatched the hat from the kid that the tennis player signed. I have a problem with grown people snatching stuff from kids.
Yeah.
But here's my question, y'all. Do we have to, as adults? I'm asking all y'all adults in the room. That's what Pops did. Mike, you done started something in the chat. Are we obligated as adults now that anytime we catch a ball at a baseball game, we got to hand it to a child? Mike, you up first. No, Tasha, you ready to go? Go ahead, fire off.
No, you're not. If you caught it, you're not obligated to give it to anyone. But that ball was fair play.
It was fair play.
The father got it first and gave it to his kid. Even the guy with the hat. First of all, you're some kind of millionaire, billionaire businessman in Poland. You couldn't hook that connect up over in Poland. He was your player. You couldn't hook that up in your country where you could get some swag from him.
Great point, Tasha. Great point.
He took that hat and shoved it off to his wife to put it in her bag. Told us that you knew you was doing some shit you ain't had no business doing.
Great point.
Now, if it's me, Mike, and Rhea, and I don't know Mike and Rhea from a can of paint, if I catch a ball, Rhea ain't getting it.
See, that's where I want to go. And then Mike, be on deck. Like start your practice swing, because I'm gonna take what she said and come right to you, because you are literally living this right now with a small child. We grew up in the era, Mike, Tasha. We go to the Sounds game. It was the Sounds games for us because we didn't have a major league team. So it's the Rangers for Mike, but the same thing applies. When the ball comes out and it's ready to go in the stands, all of the people, like with the glove or the hand, whoever catches it, congratulations. But nowadays, you're going to wind up on Sports Center. You're going to wind up on Not Top 10. I saw a thing where it said somebody that has a prominent following on Twitter said, "Internet, do your thing," about this lady to get her fired. Like, she don't deserve to lose her job over this.
But the whole point is that ball was fair play, and she didn't get to it first. If you catch the ball yourself, you're not obligated to give it to anyone.
Then why did he feel obligated to give it to her? Was that a punk
he
move?
Probably just was like, "Hey, bitch, have at it."
It was a punk move. Yeah.
and like what Mama Coulter was saying, the guy I think it was Harrison Bader that hit that home run. He ended up meeting him. They gave him a swag bag in the stands,
Right.
And then he got to meet Bader backstage and gave him a sign back. So
the kid won in the end. Okay, AP Coulter, following up on what's going on online. She sent me an Instagram post yesterday that made me tear up. I was tearing up at my desk. Mama, don't do me like that. Not on a Friday, because it's about fair play, period. Now, Mike, we're coming to the father on deck with a small child who will be going to Rangers games. What are your thoughts on, like, Tasha catches the ball? Are you expecting her to give Rhea the ball? Like, under what circumstance are you like?
Yeah, no. So we're very much old school, and the whole thing about raising these young ones is you can't always get what you want, right? So, like, I got to be like, oh man, she got it first, but we'll try to bet better next time, type of thing. But nah. Like Tasha said, that was fair game, but I ain't handing that ball back if I get it. So
right, I'm not. And this is another thing, and this is kind of blends into what we were saying. I never told anybody about the time. You know how they say, oh, the Disney characters are, don't cater to certain kids. I didn't tell you about that time I almost got thrown out of Disney World with Sasha.
Can you do it in 60 seconds?
Yeah. We were walking up, and all the kids, it was thing 1 and thing 2. And thing 1 and thing 2 were taking pictures with all the kids, and we were the last ones in the line. Thing 1 and thing 2, Sasha was there, and they started walking away. And I said, "Oh, y'all not gonna take a picture with my child?" And they did just like this. And Sasha still has that photo. And it was funny because this was before Miley Cyrus was Miley. She was still Destiny, but we were calling her Miley. She had made all these necklaces for the kids because they used to cheer together. And so she had on this necklace. She was happy. She got this necklace. And she wanted to take a picture with thing 1 and thing 2. Now, they were obligated because that's their job.
This is the Oscar music coming on.
No, I'm serious. I'm getting to the point. I'm getting to the point. They were obligated because
we ain't got to the point yet.
If you would quit fucking.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was saying they were obligated because that was their job. But if you catch a ball, you're under no obligation to give anybody anything if you catch it.
Y'all, I'm going to have fun doing this segment as a reel because both of them cooked and had some great points. I'm going to enjoy this reel for this segment. Good job by y'all. Mike, who you shouting out this week?
Let's see. I got a lot of shout outs, but I'm gonna
go
ahead.
Oh, you ain't playing no fucking music for him, but I get the.
No, because I wanted to get the shout outs in. Michigan plays in less than an hour. I got to get to Walmart and back.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shout out Tristan. He had a good game. He had a couple of tackles, and he played both ways. So he played center and linebacker.
All right, way to go, young Travis Hunter. That's a good kid too. I got a chance to watch the game with him. That's just a good kid. You can tell he's raised right. Just a good kid. He was good kid. Him and his friend. Tasha, who you shouting out this week?
We're gonna shout out Steve Jana.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's still in here with us, but she joined the club. Her and Keisha Rogan all within a week, and then we got Miss Brandy coming up next week. for her birthday. And I just want to like, just as, just say cover our students. These HBCU was catching flack for that mess that happened over this week. Like, everybody just pray. That's all I got to say.
I like that.
Get right with what you need to be right with. Stop worrying about other people.
I think that us collectively, and me and Mike talked about this briefly yesterday. Like, dang, man, like people trying to raise kids. At the end of the day, we all have the same wants, that our family's healthy, that we're healthy, that your kids have a little bit more than what you had coming up, and that we all have happy, productive, healthy lives. Let's enjoy our family, our friends. I think most of all, let's love on our loved ones and use this as an opportunity to be reminded that tomorrow is not promised to us by hook or crook. You can leave the doctor's office with an A+ bill of health, and then next thing you know,
and get hit by Jerry Jones because he didn't want to pay you.
Right, because he probably getting some dome in his car. It's like,
what was that?
Go Blue. What is it? Go Blue. Right, Vamos Azul. There you go.
Right. Yes, Mike, your son is a star. That's how we gonna roll out of here. Tasha, we got a big game today. We have no coach today. We got the Chippewas coming into town. I got to get to Walmart and get some. What's that stuff that you spray on your? Some washer fluid.
Windshield wiper fluid.
I gotta go get some windshield wiper fluid, y'all. My windshield was like.
Yeah, that's the help me Jesus cry.
He's gonna need some windshield wiper blades because
right. That's what I'm worried about.
You know what it's like when you're putting rubber up against some dry.
Hey, you know when Mama turned off the porch light, she said, "Go Blue, we out of here." Blue. We'll see y'all next week. Excellent job, Mike and Tasha. Excellent job today.